So what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Neff. So today we're gonna do a step-by-step brake tutorial on my daughter's car, so she has reference before she moves out of the house. Whenever she has to do brakes, she can refer back to this video. So we'll be working on this 2016 Hyundai Tucson. We got the jack stand, the jack, and our trusty tools over there. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna loosen the lug nuts before we actually lift the vehicle up, because then the tire will be free spinning and it won't work. And we're gonna use this area right here for the jack. All right, so as you can see, they're not that bad, but they're not that good either. And I'd rather change them now before it gets cold. All right, guys, so now that it's lifted, we got jack stands and everything under it. We're gonna loosen this one. It's a 14 millimeter and one down here, 14 millimeter as well. So we can remove it from the caliper itself. And we'll get to see the brake pads. So I'm using my trusty Overhaul 3/8 inch ratchet. This bad boy has 100 foot-pounds of torque, so it shouldn't be no problem to get these things off. Yep, bada boom, there's one. Let's get the other one. Boom, there's two. Very useful 3/8 inch ratchet, guys. Very nice. 21 volt max. All right, so now we'll go ahead and remove this bad boy here. All right, I have a little bit of pressure because remember the brakes are still a little tight, but it comes right off. What I like to do, I like to flip it around and put it right here so it doesn't go anywhere. Guys, that piston you see there, we're gonna have to compress it. I'm gonna show you exactly what to do. All right, so now we're gonna use another trusty tool of mine, so we can go ahead and compress that cylinder. So whenever we put in the new brake pads, they actually work. So here's, this one is super easy to use, guys. Put that bad boy on there and it's like a ratchet. And what it does is starts extending, as you can see. Starts extending, and we'll be able to compress that cylinder. It's just like a ratchet. So there it is. It's on there nice and tight. Now you just ratchet away. And this is one reason why you do not fill up your brake fluid reservoir, because when you compress this bad boy down, all it's doing is pushing all that fluid back up through the lines. So if you filled it up, you're gonna make a mess inside that compartment, engine compartment. And guys, just like that, bada bing bada boom, take this bad boy back out this way, and you are ready for your new brake pads. Boom, there it is, fully compressed. Alrighty, so now we are ready to take out these brake pads. And guys, these are the new ones, man. Do not cheap out on brake pads. This is what actually slows you down on the road. So here's one clip, and here is two clips. And guys, just like that, you pull these bad boys out. There it is. Still had a little bit of life in it, but less than 6 months. And the way my daughter drives, 2 months. So there we go. Let me compare it to the new one. All right, so yeah, you have less than half of the life on this one. These are way better than these. These were the mid-range. Now we went with the expensive ones. How nice they look. So as you can see, we got new clips here and all this stuff. We just take these off, put the new ones on, put a little bit of grease on these spots here, so when it does compress, the brake pads have something to slide on. Okay, so there we go. Out with the old. Take these, come out that easy, guys. See, bada bing, bada boom, and put everything back on. clips on. That easy. Same thing with the top one. Take that bad boy out. Put the new one back on. Just like that. Now, you do have some grease in here. You see? Moly grease. What you want to do, top and bottom, you want to put just enough in this pieces where this actually slides on. That is the only little bit of grease you need. That's it. You rub it on there, rub it on there. Same thing in the back, same thing in the top. You do the same thing. That is all you need. Go in with the first one. There it is. And the back one, you wanted to have this indicator here, which indicates whenever your brake pads are super low that you need to replace them. I do not like that spot to I don't like them to get worn out to that spot, because what it does, it ruins your rotor and it is more expensive. And guys, just like that, you have new brake pads. By the way, we did check the rotor and everything else involved here, which ain't much. I mean, you want to check your brake rotor if it's not damaged. If it's damaged, you want it to be a new one or whatever. You want to make sure the seals in here are still good. You want to make sure your drive shaft boot is still good, your tie rod ends, and everything looks nice before you put everything back on. Suspension as well. All right, so now we got our brake pads on. We got the spots that needed to be grease. Remember, it's just a little bit of grease. It is not a lot. We have our caliper compressed, so now easy peasy. Bring this bad boy down here, line it up. You got to push these pieces in so it'll go. Same thing as at the bottom, and there it is. Well, actually, you know what, guys? Let's back up on that one. Let's take this bad boy back out, hang it up here so it doesn't fall. Oh, y'all didn't even remind me. We got to put these things back on. Y'all didn't even remind me. We got to put these back on. See, good thing I seen them. So there's some little holes here on the back of the brake pads. You just squeeze it, push that bad boy right there, and do the same thing with the bottom one. And what this does, it puts pressure, a little bit of pressure on the brake pad, so whenever it compresses, it pushes right back out and it doesn't ride against the rotor. All right, guys, now we can put this bad boy back on, and it's still easy peasy. Boom, boom. Now we can get our 14 millimeter screw, put that bad boy on there. There it is. That's the top one. This is the bottom. Okay, guys, we'll torque this bad boy down to whatever specifications your vehicle has. I can't tell you how much we're going to torque it down because I'm not sure what the torque is on yours. But again, we're going to use our trusty Soarfly electric ratchet. This thing has 101 foot-pounds. Make sure we have it for tightening, and let's give it some juice. Oh yeah, that's tight. That was quick. All right, do the bottom one. Whoa, that was quick. That was fast. What I like to do, just to go on the safe side, because I know that put a lot of torque on it, but I'll grab me a little ratchet and try to go. Yeah, that was super tight. Now, it is tight to German specs. Good and tight. Guys, and that is it. Remember, it is the same process for the other side. And before you actually take off on the vehicle, you need to press on that brakes. Because if not, the first time you try to push it on there, you're going to have to pump it a couple times. And if it's an emergency, you will hit something. All right, guys, now in the vehicle, remember, boom, boom. There it is. There you go. That's what you want to feel before you even start the car. Alrighty, so I hope that video was helpful. I will be making more videos and have a couple of seasons, let's say, so my daughters, if ever they need some, they can go ahead and refer to the videos. Have a blessed one.